the Eco 4 press. I'll do a short demonstration on it. As you can see, it's a manual machine. We have the rear and front controls for the filling depth and for the tablet thickness. The rear would be the left side of the machine. The front would be the right side of the machine when you're standing at the control panel. To adjust your tablet thickness, you loosen your lock screw and you can increase your tablet thickness by counterclockwise or decrease by turning counterclockwise or increase your thickness by going clockwise. With your fill depth, same thing, you loosen your lock screw, you increase your powder by turning clockwise, and you decrease your product by turning counterclockwise. And you do the same for your front or your right side, however you want to look at that. To start the machine up, first thing you do is must turn your oil drip on for your worm drive, and turn your oil drip valve on for your felt wiper for your punch heads. And then you'll have the touch screen panel. Okay, after you log in, this is the screen that you'll see. You have your operation screen. This is the control of the press. You have the start to stop, increase and decrease. For your feeders, you have it's in automatic mode, which what that means is when you're running the machine, you can set your ratio on how fast you want your feeders to run. And you can select this with a touch screen, any number that you prefer. Go to 10. We prefer to run around 1. It's a 1-to-1, so if we're running at 10 RPM, the feeder is going to run at 10 RPM, as you can see here in your set RPM screen. You can also select to run the feeders in a manual mode, to where you can increase and decrease your feeder speed as you need by your up and down indicators. Okay, we do have a setup screen here for lubrication for the lower punches, which is automatic. Delay right now is set at 30 minutes, and it'll be an on time of 1 second, which you can select that up to a maximum of 10 seconds if you prefer. Lube delay time, you can set that from 5 minutes minimum to 30-minute maximum. What that tells you is every half hour or 30 minutes, the lube pump will turn on for 1 second to lubricate the lower punches. You can bypass the upper door locks and the lower door interlocks by selecting the on or off switch. As it tells you here, I get the alarm that it's open, and I have an indicator telling me upper door is open. So for the purposes, I want to have these bypassed. Optional parameters tells you you can either run both feeders or single feeder at a time to run the single sided machine. 35 punches, that coincides with how many punches you have in the turret. And you has a tablet counter, which is maxed out right now at its highest level. Input test, this is just for basically your technicians to do troubleshooting. Your lube motor trip, say if it overloads, it'll tell you here if it's on or off, just by indicators. Count procs, what that is, counts your punches that you have in the machine. Oil float switch, if you run out of oil, that'll trip the machine, won't allow it to give you a message. Same way with the feeder drive, tells you if upper doors and lower doors are open or closed. Production, it gives you tablets per minute, and you can tells you how many tablets that you've ran thus far, and you can reset just by selecting, press and hold in order to reset. Recipe, you can create a recipe. It All it does is save you turret speed, feeder speed, and the ratio. So that way when you run your next product, you can just come in and just select the recipe and load it. And that'll automatically set in your operation screen your RPMs and your feeder and your ratios. It has a jog button, you just press and hold. And the machine will spin. When you release, the turret stops. We're going to run the machine now at 10 RPM. It has a minimum of 0 and a maximum speed of 48 RPM. So all we'll do is select the start button. The force feeders have a recirculation type mechanism, so the powder is being metered off of one side, recirculates over to the other side, and it does the same on the other side of the machine. The constant flow. You can also adjust our upper punch penetration from 1.5 millimeters to 8 millimeters of upper punch penetration. We can increase the speed by selecting the increase arrow, and decrease by selecting the decrease, or we can enter a set number, and the machine will automatically speed up to that RPM.